5 brain exercises to keep your mind young. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Or struggled to recall a name that was just on the tip of your tongue? That's not just forgetfulness. It could be an early sign of a slowing brain. Science shows your brain starts aging as early as your 30s. But here's the shocking part. Most people don't realize it until it's too late. The good news? You can rewire, revive, and even rejuvenate your brain, starting today. In this video, you'll discover 5 powerful brain exercises that go beyond the usual advice. No, we're not just talking about crosswords and coffee. These are science-backed, uncommon techniques that stimulate parts of your brain you probably never think about. Stick around until the end, because the last exercise is something even neurologists are stunned by. Welcome to After Older Years, where we turn science into simple steps for a smarter, stronger you. If you're ready to protect your brain and stay mentally sharp for years to come, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. 1. Solve puzzles. Before we dive into the more surprising brain exercises, let's start with a classic that actually works. Puzzles. Jigsaw puzzles, Sudoku, crosswords. They're not just for passing time. They're like gym workouts for your brain. Each piece, number, or clue forces your brain to focus, organize, and find patterns. And that's no small task. When you solve a jigsaw puzzle, your brain taps into visual spatial reasoning, the same skill pilots and architects use. It strengthens the connection between your left and right brain, sharpening both logic and creativity at once. Sudoku and crosswords take a different path. They challenge working memory, attention, and problem-solving speed. Studies show that people who engage in these puzzles regularly have better cognitive performance later in life, especially when it comes to memory and mental flexibility. What's fascinating is how your brain starts forming shortcuts the more you play. Neural pathways grow stronger, reaction time improves, and over time, your mind begins to anticipate patterns before they even appear. And here's something most people don't realize. Even just 15 minutes a day of puzzle solving can make a measurable difference in your brain's processing power. 2. Learn a new skill. Before we talk about the physical side of brain health, let's dive into something that surprises a lot of people. Learning something completely new. Whether it's picking up a musical instrument, trying your hand at painting, or learning a new language, your brain lights up in ways it hasn't since childhood. That's because new skills trigger neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form fresh neural connections. Think of it like this. Every time you try something unfamiliar, your brain has to rewire itself to understand, adapt, and store new information. And the more unfamiliar it is, the more your brain has to stretch. When you learn an instrument, for example, your brain juggles sound, timing, finger movement, and memory all at once. It's a full brain workout. Languages are just as powerful. They activate regions linked to comprehension, speech, and memory, especially when you practice both speaking and listening. And here's the catch. You don't need to be great at it. The magic is in the struggle. That mental effort is what strengthens your brain, builds resilience, and delays cognitive decline. Even something as simple as cooking a new recipe or picking up a new hobby can spark this effect. Your brain loves novelty. It craves challenge. And every time you push beyond your comfort zone, it rewards you with sharper focus, better recall, use your non-dominant hand. Before we talk about the role of movement and exercise, here's a brain trick that feels strange at first, but works fast. Use your non-dominant hand. Yes, the one you almost never use. Brushing your teeth, eating a meal, opening a door. Doing these simple tasks with your opposite hand forces your brain out of autopilot. And when that happens, something powerful takes place. You activate both sides of your brain, the logical and the creative, the structured and the spontaneous. This unusual coordination strengthens communication between the hemispheres, especially through a structure called the corpus callosum. Most people go years without ever challenging their dominant hand routines. But when you do, your brain scrambles to adapt. It has to build new neural pathways, even for the most basic movements. That kind of challenge builds flexibility and boosts mental sharpness. Try it for a week. Eat with your non-dominant hand. Use it to operate your phone. Even signing your name can feel like solving a puzzle. And that's the point. It's a subtle, yet surprisingly powerful way to shake your brain out of routine and push it to grow. Engage in physical activity. Before we talk about the quiet power of mindfulness, let's focus on something far more active: moving your body. It's easy to think of exercise as something for your heart or your waistline, but the truth is, your brain benefits just as much, maybe even more. When you engage in aerobic activity, like walking, swimming, or dancing, blood flow to the brain increases. With that comes more oxygen, more nutrients, and more of the chemicals your brain needs to stay sharp. Studies have shown that regular aerobic exercise can actually increase the size of the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning. That means movement doesn't just keep your body fit, it literally helps your brain grow. And it doesn't take a marathon. A brisk 30-minute walk, a light swim, or even dancing in your living room can trigger the release of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, often called miracle grow for the brain. Your mood improves, focus sharpens, reaction times speed up, all from something as simple as putting one foot in front of the other. Before we talk about how to bring all of this together in your daily life, let's slow things down, way down, with something deceptively simple: mindfulness meditation. You might think sitting still and focusing on your breath doesn't do much. But inside your brain, something remarkable is happening. As you breathe and observe your thoughts without judgment, your brain begins to shift. Stress hormones drop. Attention span improves. And over time, the brain actually begins to rewire itself. This practice strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for decision-making, focus, and self-control. At the same time, it calms the amygdala, which handles fear and stress responses. In other words, meditation helps you stay clear-headed in a world full of noise. Even a few minutes a day makes a difference. Start with just 5 minutes of quiet focus. No distractions, no multitasking, and build from there. Consistency matters more than duration. The more often you show up, the more your brain learns to settle, focus, and reset. Over time, that calm becomes part of your wiring. You don't just feel better, you think better too. Conclusion. So, let's recap the 5 brain exercises you can start using today. Puzzles, to challenge your logic and memory. New skills, to spark fresh neural connections. Using your non-dominant hand to wake up both sides of your brain. Physical activity, to boost blood flow and brain growth. Mindfulness meditation, to sharpen focus and reduce mental clutter. These may seem simple, but when done consistently, they can reshape your brain in powerful ways. You don't need hours. Just a few minutes a day can protect your mind, improve your memory, and help keep your brain young, no matter your age. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to After Older Years for more smart, science-backed ways to take care of your mind and body. Your brain's future starts with what you do today. Keep it sharp, keep it strong, and we'll see you in the next video.